going on, boys and girls? We had, don't be surprised, we had a technical difficulty over at Rudy Tuesday Studios, the old garage, and so the audio messed up, and the video audio is just terrible. So you got me. You're stuck with the old Uncle Brec, and I just get to vamp with you for probably like 20 minutes. I don't know how long I'm gonna go because I do have to edit it right after this, and it's 9 o'clock on a Monday, and this episode goes out in 10 hours. So, am I leaving things to the last minute? Yeah. Sue me. I have, such crazy responsibilities in my life now, like a full-time job. And that's it. So, it's tough to do one other thing within 3 days. And you know what? That's on me, I guess. That's on me. But what are you gonna do? Not a gosh dagnum thing. So I don't know how good this is gonna be. I already think it's terrible, probably to listen to. But this is what you get. You get what you get, and you can't get upset. But I wrote down a few things that we could talk about. So I don't talk to people a lot that like I'm not comfortable with. And so I don't know, probably like if anyone knows this, but growing up, I fell in love with Let's Plays. And if you don't know what Let's Plays are, it's basically people play video games and talk over them. And people go, who would even ever watch that? And because it's not about the gameplay, I haven't watched like a Let's Play for the gameplay in probably 10 years, 12 years. But it's the people that talk. So a lot of it is like put on in the background while you do other stuff, like while you play video games. Like that's what I do, is I'll play video games and listen to people playing video games talk about not video games. But it's like comfort food, it's like probably like The Office to a lot of people. So I'll throw those on. And there was this huge conglomerate, and depending on how old you are, you've probably heard of them. Rooster Teeth. They did Red versus Blue, huge anime called Ruby. But they had a Let's Play division, Achievement Hunter and stuff. And I was just thinking, like, how weird it must be to own, I don't know, maybe a talent agency. I don't know if you call it that, but like an entertainment business that you're constantly on camera with, like daily. And like the dynamic between people must get so strained and weird. You know what I mean? Like imagine having to laugh with your coworkers as a job. And obviously, this sounds ridiculous. This is a first world problem. Fucking beat out for my job. Laughing over fucking video games all day. So drained. I just want to go home. Fucking read a book. Like, what do you do? Like, you can't even play video games to just chill. after work. That would suck. It's like, do you have homework where it's like, oh, I gotta go home from my job and play more video games? I don't know. But like, I was like, because wouldn't it be funny? Like, can you imagine like having to fire somebody at like 1 p.m. and I have to film a Grand Theft Auto Let's Play at 2? Like, what would your life be as a boss? Where it's like, fuck, I can't believe that Brandon came into work on Fent. Brandon came in on Fent. Ew. I'll Fent it up. Fent City. And now I gotta go film a GTA heist with that knowledge. I gotta go play Minecraft. I gotta go tame a sheep in Minecraft after Fent Brandon fucking got fired. Like, can you even take yourself seriously? Because, like, you think, like, when you're a kid, like, that would be the dream job. And I guess for, like, Twitch streamers, maybe it is. Like, people that are just popular but still just doing it by themselves. Just enough to get by. I don't know. Like, maybe that's the goal. Like, now especially. Like, if you get tied up in conglomerates with that, it's rough. And I'm not talking about, like, sponsorships and advertisers, because, like, you need that to survive in today's world as a content creator now. For sure. But, like, if you, like... Because I heard, like, Machinima signed, like, so many people. And it was, like, such shady business practices. Especially, like, in, like, the early days of, like, video games and YouTube and fucking... Like, that's, like... YouTube came out... It's, like, 05 or 06. Something like that. Which is crazy to think that there's gonna be a 20-year-old video next year on YouTube. 20 years ago. But, like, it must have been, like, the Wild West with that stuff. Like, video game content creation, and even just, like, YouTuber content creation. Like, did they get paid? Like, I heard, like, the early days were the good days of getting actual money. Maybe it was, like, when they first started taking ads or something, but, like, gotten bought by Google. But, like, Fred was, like, someone just messaged me online. You probably heard that. It's probably my girlfriend. Dumb bitch. Two messages. That's egregious. Now you're just looking for attention. But yeah, I don't know. Like, the early days of YouTube and, like, content creation, I wonder how that played out. I could probably do research into it, or just live my life wondering about the cowboys of YouTube. It's crazy that, like, in early YouTube, a guy that almost had a slur in his name was, like, the #1 creator. Higa, Nigahiga. And I think if you're a fucking brave and courageous person, we can all say that that's not how we pronounce it the first time we saw it. If you sounded it out, now you're racist. But he's Asian. I don't know if they can say it. Because, like, Spanish people can say it sometimes, I think. I don't know. I saw Sinners. I watched Sinners. Kind of. Like, I didn't really, like, watch all of it. I missed a lot of the beginning because it seemed like a lot of buildup. And I don't know how I feel like about the whole twin thing. It just feels lazy somewhat, unless you got real twins like Matt Damon and Greg Kinnear, maybe. But yeah, Sinners, it was, I felt like it was really disjointed. So I started watching legitimately when Haley Joel Steinfeld spit in Michael Jordan's mouth. No, but I started paying attention when Sammy, the young kid, was eating that black girl's pussy. It's probably when I started watching it, and when they got cornbread. But mostly when that kid was eating that girl's pussy, and she was married. So that's when I really started watching. So I saw the vampires come by, and of course, white people want to come in and colonize the Black Barn. It, manifest destiny or something. And they wanted to come in. You got to invite a vampire in, which I thought was a cool idea for a vampire movie. And I guess it has to stop eventually to get the action going, because you can just wait it out. But so I saw Haley Joel Steinfeld, she got bit, and then she spit. Oh, that was hot, though. That was pretty hot. When he's like, baby, you drooled. And she's like, you want some? Oh, spit in my mouth. Fucking call me Jason. Call me Jesse. And it was fine, but I saw her get bit. That was cool. She kills Michael Jordan, or one of Michael Jordan. Lazy, annoying, actually. Kills him. She gets shot, starts laughing, and then she sprints out of like this closet storeroom thing that they're holed up in, really weirdly. And that was one thing that I didn't understand. So if you were invited in before, do you have to get invited in again? Because she didn't come in after that, which I feel is kind of weird, because it's like if you've already been invited into a house. So like if a vampire leaves your house like for a second, like if you invite him in, right? He's like, I'm selling solar or whatever vampires do nowadays. They're like, I'm selling solar. And you're like, of course, it's 8 p.m., but around here it'd be 5 p.m., so maybe it makes sense. Come on in. And he comes in, and he steps into your house, and he's like, and you're like, oh, wait, don't you need the contract? And he's like, oh, yeah, my bad. And he turns around, grabs the contract, comes back like 5 seconds later. Does he have to, like, get invited back in again? It seems redundant. It would suck, like, if he tripped on his cape, selling you solar, he tripped on his cape, and he, like, fell back outside. Like, he just, like, missed the step for a second. And then he's like, fuck, can I come in? And you're like, yeah. I don't know, but that was fine. What next? Yeah, and then the way that they did, like, the whole, like, all the vampires that come in. So there was an Asian lady with an Asian husband, and then the whites, of course, killed the Asian husband. And then the guy comes to the door, and, like, apparently vampires share memories. I thought that was gay. Like, they're reading each other's journals and stuff in their brain. So the white guy's like, I know how you like your pussy licked. That was pretty cool. And he's like, I'm gonna go kill your daughter too. And she's like, no. And she's like, I'm going out there. And they're like, you're not going out there. And she's like, I gotta get my daughter. It's like, they weren't even like looking like they're about to leave. And it's like 2 a.m. You got like 3 hours, 4 hours, summer south to fucking get to, I don't know. And so the Asian lady's like, come. And then Michael Jordan tries to cover her mouth, you know, silencing Pac voices. But she bites his hand and is like, come in here and get me, you motherfuckers. And then the white guy's like, yes. And they all start rushing in, which was a cool scene. Like, the fight was fun, but it lasted for like 5 seconds, at least like from dusk till dawn. Like, the fight was like worth it. It was a couple minutes. The fight was like 5 seconds. And I feel like a lot of people died that you were just like, who the fuck are these people? And then Slim sacrifices himself. That was cool. But it's very predictable too, in a way. It felt like a lot of things happened just to happen, but it felt very predictable too when, like, Michael B. Jordan's about to stab Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan is like, kill me, brother. And Michael B. Jordan's like, I love you. And you're like, oh, Michael B. Jordan, no, kill Michael B. Jordan. And then it cuts, and it's like, well, then he didn't. Michael B. Jordan didn't kill Michael B. Jordan because they would have showed Michael B. Jordan killing Michael B. Jordan. That's like what you want to see. But Michael B. Jordan kills the leader, and all the vampires are like, shucks. Oh no, Sammy kills the leader. Oh no, Sammy injures him with the guitar, and then Michael B. Jordan comes and stabs him in the back. And like all the vampires feel it, which I thought was kind of lame. Seems like a big weakness. So he dies, and then like immediately the sun comes up and everyone burns to death. And earlier in the movie he was told like, oh, you gotta kill vampires by the big titted black lady. She was like, oh, you gotta kill the vampires one by one and not just their leader. And yeah, he's like, okay. But then he doesn't. There's like this KKK guy, of course, white man trying to shut down the Black Barn, grand opening, grand closing, or whatever he said. And Michael B. Jordan lights him up, which was funny. And then he dies. That's one thing I didn't really like. He like takes out his Tommy gun and guns down like 30 KKK members, and then gets shot once in the side and dies from it. You know, not even like the side, like right above the hip. In like the intestines, and you're like, that's definitely gonna fuck you up, but like, you just shot this white guy on the ground and he's fine. So stay consistent. It felt like really plot armory. And so then he dies and gets reunited with his child and big titted black lady that he hits from the back earlier in the movie. No tits in this movie, unfortunately. No nip, I should say. But then, like, out of nowhere, as the credits roll, it just goes 1992, and you see old Sammy, and I didn't realize he was that important to the story. So I'm like, who gives a shit about Sammy? Like, good for him that he kept playing guitar, I guess. I guess that was the beginning, something about him being in church, and they're like, put down your guitar. It's the devil's music. I thought he was Robert Johnson for a second, like an allegory to him, but I don't think he was. And then Michael B. Jordan and Haley Joel Steinfeld walk in, and she's spinning as well. It's crazy, but they're the same age, but like dressed in all like late 90s gear. Michael B. Jordan had a stack like fist plate thing. It was so dumb. And they're like, we can kill you and then you can come back, no pain. But at this point, Sammy's like 90. Like, who wants to become a vampire at 90? Like, you miss your... Like, I feel like the oldest vampire you could be is probably like in your late 30s, early 40s. Like, if you're a vampire and you, like, look 80, it's like, well, that fucking sucks. Now I just look like I'm 80 for the rest of my life. I'm not Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise or Kirsten Dunst. And then it just ended. Stack gave him like $300 or something. He's like, all right, cool. It's like, what the fuck? Where does that leave us? I don't really understand the big pop it got on anything. But, you know. I am trying to find out when Girl Scout cookies are around. The problem with Girl Scout cookies is that I want them, but I don't want to talk to them. It's the same thing with like yard sales. Like I want to go to yard sales and peruse people's stuff, but I don't want to talk to them, and they don't take card. I don't know if the Girl Scouts take card, but like they don't take card. And so it's like fucking. So now I have to get cash. I have to go to an ATM or my bank and get cash to fucking look at your junk. I can't Cash App you 35 cents for this fake lemon lime mixture. Little ceramic. I can't just do that. Your grandma's dead. Who's gonna take this? This is where you got it from, is your grandma. I'm doing it as a funny bit. I need cash. Whatever. But yeah, Girl Scout cookies, like, I feel like it's soon. Like, I feel like I see them when it's cold, which is really messed up, I would say, for oop, Drake May is on the screen. Hold on. Drake May. Watching the football game for fodder. It's been a weird football week, but or season, but this isn't pat on the back, so staying off the ball talk. Hey, Caleb Williams looks okay for 5 seconds. But yeah, Girl Scouts. Why would they make the Girl Scouts? Why are you doing it in the cold? This couldn't be like a late spring activity. Cookies are good all year round. Those peanut butter cookies are good any month. It's not eggnog. You sell eggnog in the summer. You drink eggnog in the summer. You're a goddamn communist. That's a cold ass drink. It needs to be cold. You need to be inside, and you need to drink it. So I don't know when they're coming, but I hope soon. And I hope I'm with people so that I can convince them to get them, even though I want them. A thin mint peanut butter cookie in a circle. Those are the only ones that really matter. I think. I don't know. Pop off. What's your favorite? So yeah, boys, it's been fun. Again, I apologize for the weird ep. It's just me. It's just your Uncle Brec talking into a microphone that I had to dust off to use. It had cobwebs on it, which I think is spider cum, but can't confirm that. And but yeah, thanks for listening. If you did listen, which would be crazy if you listened. Imagine if you got someone else to listen and comment and Spotify and podcast. Buzzword. Fuck Dubby. That was from the last episode, but this or what we could. But fuck Dubby. Me and all my homies hate Dubby. Isn't it crazy though that when only one of us has to record, you don't have to worry about the other two saying slurs that you have to edit out? That's fun. Dumbass bitches. But thanks for listening. If you did listen, wow. God, you're fucking beautiful. Listen to God Is by Kanye West. Maybe the most, not the most, but like one of the best drops of the last few years. Everything that has breath, praise the Lord. Or y'all want me to go back to rapping? What if I just did like a 20-minute rap after this? That'd be crazy. They wouldn't even expect that. But I'm not gonna. I don't really have time for that. I gotta go to bed soon. So. Thank you. Bye. Rudy, plugs. Pat, plugs. Hair plugs. Brec plugs. No, nothing really in the works right now. But thanks for asking.